Well, those first sometimes are a waste of commentating on. Forgot to share the voice. Good effort. Anyway, we're back on lap number 7, and just going to lap 8. Shadow still now leads from Scooby G by 2 seconds now. Edu is in 3rd place. Boyraxa is currently in 4th. But Boyraxa is starting to come up against Edu here. This will be an interesting battle to really witness here. So as we head now up into Stowe Corner for the 8th time. Into Club, and Boyraxa getting ever closer here to Edu. Let's go on board with the championship leader. Here's the roof cam from the V8 Supercars. As we now head down into Woodcut Corner. Different lines. Now we head up into Cops Corner. And wide from Edu on the grass a little bit there. That's going to be encouraging signs for Boyraxa to get past here. His current championship rival in that first place under those two, Shadow and Boyraxa. Boyraxa first, Shadow second in the championship by 9 points the gap through Maggots, and Boyraxa looking to do left almost double switch back here as he comes through Chapel Curve. Is not quite going to work, and Edu will continue to hold that place. Oh look, anyone else trying to fill their slider gas. He's got Andy right behind him now. This for 9th place. Rops down in 12th still. There's Scott McFall. He's had issues this race really. But Andy there hits the brakes going into Stowe and down towards Club. But whilst you watch that, we watch the battle now for 4th place. Boyraxa right on the tail of Edu, coming out of Woodcut now. He'll bound to have a look now up into Cops, and immediately Edu goes defensive. Into Stowe Corner on lap number 10. Not even a chance that for Boyraxa, unfortunately. Edu doing some lovely defensive work. RDJ has retired from the race. As Andy, he's kind of losing the back of slide gas down. But back with the fight for 3rd place. This the final step of the podium right now. And they're only 4 seconds away from the leader here. Boyraxa looking like he's trying everything right now. What sort of view does he have? Now that's a view from the V8 Supercars. A little bit wide that for Boyraxa as he goes through Stowe and up towards Club for the 10th time. Through the Abbey Curve and down towards Woodcut. Now all the way to Cops for the 11th time of 28 now. Boyraxa is going to have to... Oh, and that's... spin. That's Scooby G. He is off the track. Not what he was looking for at all. He's now lost his 2nd place. And he's down to 5th. He's got Radovan up ahead now by 2 seconds, but Scooby will not be happy with himself with that one. Shadow still leads now from Edu, who has Boyraxa right behind him, and this is good news for Boyraxa. If he can pass Edu, He'll only be one place behind. Yeah, I think he'll be very happy with that. As he now head down towards club corner for the 11th time of 28. Towards Woodcut, the final corner of this classical circuit. And it just looks like Boyraxa has dropped off the back of the Spaniard at the moment. As they head through Woodcut. About half a second now the gap as they come across the line. Good lap though by Edu, 123.7. So he's starting to pull out all the stops. To try and keep Boyraxa behind him. Jim's had a bit of an off-road excursion again. He's still in 6th place though. Here's NGR, Lagafani. Can you pronounce that? Is it Laker F8-knee or is it Laker and Fate-knee? I think it's Laker Fate-knee. I don't know. Just call him late. He's down in 7th place at the moment with VDAX in 8th, Slidegas 9th, Andy is currently in 10th, and not far behind him is Scott McFall. Rob's having a horrible race at the moment, down in 12th place after starting on pole. But Edu now has a lot of pressure behind him from Boyraxa going through Woodcut, and that pressure has told. Oh, and he's clipped Boyraxa out. Big shame for the pair. That allows Radovan into 2nd. Scooby back up there. Here comes Boyraxa. Edu will now continue on his way. Very unfortunate. Edu just lost the back end through the last part of Woodcut. Boyraxa attempted to get out of the way and try and pass him, but it wasn't to be. So these two now scrapping over 4th place. Boyraxa around the outside into Beckett. A good move done, that may be slightly allowed from Edu, knowing that he would have lost the position otherwise. But that increases the workload now for Boyraxa. He was in 3rd, he's now in 4th. Not ideal for the championship leader right now in car number 28. We look down the field, again not really any battles down towards the back, is this trio here. On board with RS Jim then, as we watch the pair of cars in front of us as we go down to the Abbey curve. Absolutely pinned. Now all the way down to Woodcut. Nowhere near the right hand curve for either Edu or Jim, and that's cost Jim some time and Edu. And Edu's almost lost the rear again through Woodcut on lap 13. Boyraxa now getting away in the distance, but this battle will grow stronger now as Jim is right up behind Edu, going through Cops and up towards Maggots and Beckett. Through Beckley going up towards Chapel Curve. Down the hanger straight for the 14th time. This coming up to the halfway point of the race. As they enter the right-hander at Stowe. A little lift off that from Jim. Just catching the grass a little bit as we now head into club. And a bit wide for Edu. That's going to give Jim a little bit more momentum coming out of club. Unless Edu's managed to keep it pinned. But we come down towards Woodcut for the 14th time. Nice and clean from the pair of them this time. But again, wide from Edu, out of Woodcote. Jim's got a run now, coming up towards Copse Corner. He looks to the inside, he's going to go down the inside at Copse Corner. Can't quite do it, it's not quite there. Up ahead though. Jim now looking around the outside of Maggots for the inside of Beckett's. This is going to be a sensational move if he pulls this one off. Down the inside at Beckett's then. Still there, and Edu just about keeps hold of that place as they now go through Chapel Curve. This is not ideal for Edu. He's getting held up by Irish Jim attacking him. Whereas really he wants to be going after Boy Rex and trying to go with Boy Rex here because he's setting some really good times. A 1:23.6 from the championship leader, so on that last lap. He knows he can go after that second place without a doubt. That second place currently held by Radovan 18 after a mistake into Woodcote earlier this race. Scooby looking, or trying to be a bit intimidating from about a mile back from Radovan. Not quite going to work though on the man in second place. There's Edu, and Jim's lost a bit of time to Edu. He's lost about a second. So not ideal there for Jim. But Boy Rexa is pulling at least 7/10 a lap almost out of the guys ahead of him in that of Radovan and Scooby. Behind this you have Vidax and Laker Fatney. As they head into Beckett's, Vidax up into 7th. This is a good drive from him. Through Chapel Curve they come. This for 7th place overall in the standings on lap number 16 here at Silverstone Classic for the V8 Supercars. Down towards Club then. And Laker has some good speed out of Club through the Abbey Court curve. Something's happened to Radovan. He's been passed by both Boy Rexa and WRT Edu. Edu, big slide coming out of Copse Corner then. Whether he received a tap or not, it'd be interesting to see, because that was a very big moment for the Spaniard, and he loses that 4th place back to Radovan. But I think Radovan had a big mistake because he was running in 2nd, which has now been gifted to Scooby G now. This race being very topsy-turvy at the moment. No one staying in their respective position other than Shadow at the front right now. But Laker is still behind Vidax, and he's had a very slow exit from Chapel Curve. And here comes Sliding Ass 28. Looking up the inside of Stowe. He's not quite going to get it done there. Can he get a run, however, into Club Corner? Has a look, but again, not quite close enough as he head through Club and down towards the Abbey Curve. Down the farm straight and into Woodcote for the 17th time. Good run from Laker there, so he's all safe at the moment. And there's Andy currently in the top 10 still, so a good drive for him at the moment. There's Radovan, very much all over the curve at the inside of Beckett's. And Irish Jim has got past Edu for some reason or another. But Edu now down into 6th place. But the battle is really only starting here on lap number 18 for the likes of Boyraktor and Scooby G. Boyraktor keeps trying to reel in Scooby here. He took another 7/10 out of him on that last lap. This man who is leading the championship at the moment really want a bit more from it as he heads into Woodcote for the 18th time. So on to lap number 19, Boyraktor now only 2.7 behind Scooby G as they head towards the hangar straight with only 10 laps remaining, including this one. Behind though we have a good battle going on. Radovan gradually getting caught up by Jim, who has Edu sat right behind him at the moment. As they head into Stowe and down towards Club. Into Woodcote for these three, and Jim is right on the back of Radovan coming into Woodcote here. He'll want to have a look going up towards Cop's Corner, but he's got to go careful because Edu will pounce on any little gap here. If he can see a V8 supercar gap, he'll go for it because he knows every position counts in this championship at the moment. And he's got a good run, but so does Jim on Radovan as they come up towards Maggots. And into Beckett's then for the 20th time. Jim down the inside. Edu look around the outside. Edu can't do it around the outside, but Jim does make the move for 4th place round the inside of Beckett. And Radovan instantly now looking to get back past as they head up towards Stowe Corner for the 20th time of 28. And Edu looking to follow Jim through Stowe, but Radovan round the outside of Jim through Stowe. A fantastic move to reclaim that 4th place. And Edu's going to have a go around the outside coming up towards Club Corner here. They hit the brakes and to no avail that for Edu. Again he moves out. Back in the slipstream he goes. Down through the Abbey Curve and down towards Woodcote then for another go. Into Woodcote, you see there Jim just closing up on Radovan as they head through Woodcote. He's got another good run up towards Cop's Corner. Through Cops they come. Perfect view here for Edu as we head towards Maggots and Beckett. No side-by-side on this occasion though, but Edu very late on the brakes, really closing that gap up to Jim. The slipstream will be quite powerful, and we have someone in the pits. That's retirement for the late Gert. Unfortunately, not working his way. But oh, hang on, where's Edu off to? Edu is a long way off the track. That was an interesting line from the Spaniard. I wouldn't have called that the racing line though. Maybe a bit of a twitch and a spin, or maybe getting caught up in between Radovan and Jim there, but he's lost him a couple of seconds. And yeah, whatever happened to the Spaniard there, we do not know, but very interesting looking by the scenes of it. There's Boyraxer, he's currently trying to chase down Scooby. There's the gap, only 2 seconds now, the gap between those two. Shadow's pretty much gone in the distance at the moment. He's 9 seconds up the road from Scooby. As you watch Boyrax now come up towards Woodcut for the 22nd time. He's really on chase mode at the moment. Unfortunately not much in the way of battling going on at the moment. Everyone's starting to spread out around this circuit. It's an interesting one, this, for the Silverstone. Because it's very... how do I put it? It's quite a flowing circuit, so it's very hard to outbrake someone. And also it's so wide that you can carry so much pace around the outside of a corner that sometimes you can just defend your position by going around the outside of someone. And it's fairly sensational stuff. But it does mean if you want to pull off a move, it's going to be a very good one. As Radovan up now into has been passed by Jim, so he's made a mistake somewhere, and he's lost an awful lot of time because Edu is not far behind him as they come up towards Stowe Corner for the 23rd time. This is getting more and more interesting by the second, because Edu's catching up with Radovan now, and Boyraxer is almost on the tail of Scooby. We're going to have a good final 5 laps, I feel, between these two. They know each other well, so it'll be interesting to see how this racing goes. But Boyraxer going through Cops Corner now. The championship leader will really want to have this battle almost become finished with in the next couple of laps. He doesn't want to be sticking around Scooty on. He just wants to get the second place and limit the amount of points he will lose tonight, because it's fair to say no one's stopping WRT Shadow unless he makes a fatal mistake. But we come up towards Stowe Corner, and Boyrax is still not quite close enough yet to challenge for the second place. This is Edu's bumper cam. This is what the view he gets, is looking in the back of Radovan as we come up towards Stowe Corner. He has a look. Is he going to go down the inside? No, he's not. He can't quite get the overlap. They want a bit of a wheel coming out of Stowe there. Not ideal for the Spaniard as he come into Club Corner. Back up near the front though, and Scooby still holds on to that second place from Boyraxer. We're down to 11 cars at the moment, 1 in the pit lane. Boyraxer looking down the inside of Cops Corner here. Lap 25, position 2. And the championship leader takes that place, and Scooby gets a little bit squirrely on the exit of Cops Corner. And that is done deal. The championship leader now in the best possible position he can be in right now to defend his lead in that championship. Radovan though still has Edu behind them, but Edu's gone very, very wide coming out of Cops Corner. Bit of a wheel coming back on. Luckily no more damage done, but they've got to be careful here because Vidax is coming up behind very, very quietly. And it's fair to say I wouldn't want them to suddenly get jumped by Vidax on the basis of just trying to battle it out. I mean, Vidax is having a great race in 7th place here. See the gap there, Boyrax has already pulled over Scooby G, and that is sensational stuff from him. There's Radovan, still with Edu behind him at the moment. Not a lot really in it between these drivers, as you can tell. It's very hard to make an overtake stick. Boyrax is pulling that gap at the front down to 8.5 seconds. Be interested to see what the gap is at the end of the race. And a bump, and Edu's round. And Radovan almost round. And Vidax is going to pick up these lost pieces. He's going to go into 5th place. Edu now all the way down into 8th place. Very unfortunate there. Just looked like Radovan lost a little bit of control through Woodcut. Almost stopped, and Edu unfortunately nowhere to go. Just ploughed into the back of him. The Spaniard can't shake this bad luck off this race. He is not having the best of times with wrong place, wrong type of stuff. But now we know Vidax and Slidergas go up places. Vidax in the top 5 now, which is a sensational bit of driving from him. He's just been keeping out of trouble. Don't spin the car. Just keep driving the race you want, and you'll gain positions, and it's proved absolutely true so far. As he comes into club corner, Radovan will have slightly gas behind, and there's Edu running slightly wide coming out on Stowe corner. Andy behind him in 9th place. Robska is now a lap down compared to our leaders. Talking of our leader, there he is. Shadow is currently leading by 8 seconds to the good of Boyraxa. As he comes onto the hangar straight for his penultimate time. Boyraxa, I think he's lost a bit of time here. This which I've got a feeling it might well be, yes, Dan. Yeah, I do have a feeling that damage is off for this one. Probably purely because of the control of the V8 Supercars. Actually, they're not easy beasts to control. So, I would definitely assume that it is off. But Boyrax now with Scooby coming up right behind him at the moment. It was also good to see you, Dan. How are you, mate? But Boyrax now with Scooby on his tail, so a definite mistake from Boyrax, which has allowed Scooby to get up to the back of him here. And behind you got Vidax still in 5th with Radovan, trying to close him down, and Slidergas trying to close down Radovan. This is going to get really interesting here as we go on to the final lap. Boyrax has Scooby right on his tail as he now head up towards the hangar straight for the final time. Behind that, Radovan. This trio is having their own separate little battle here for the top 5 place. Back up near the front though, and Boyrax still has a solid little lead as he goes into club now. He has 0.6 of a gap to Scooby G. But let's focus on this man. He's had a faultless race. And what a race it is for Shadow. He has won here at the Silverstone Classic Circuit. Boyraxa, all he has to do is make it through this final corner, and he's done it. Yes, he has. 2nd place for Boyraxa. Scooby G comes home in 3rd, although it says Boyraxa's now in 3rd. I don't think that's right. Some P-Cars wizardry going on there. Jim will come home in 4th place. A good drive from him in the end. Radovan looking around the outside of Vidax, coming into Woodcut now. And he's done it. A fantastic move from Radovan there. Will beat Vidax to 5th. Slider Gas will come home in 7th. There goes Edu in 8th place. Andy will come in 9th. And Roxker's had a bit of a horrible little race here. I don't think he's even going to finish the race. There he is, flashing his lights on the stream. But a good win that for Shadow. But Shadow does win from Scooby G. Boyrax a 3rd. Jim is in 4th. Raidervan 5th. VDAX is in 6th. I say Scooby G 2nd, sorry. Boyrax should be 2nd. Scooby G is in 3rd. Jim 4th. Raidervan 5th. VDAX is 6th. Slider Gas is 7th. Edu is in 8th. Andy 9th. Robskin 10th. And Angelica is in 11th place. We lost Scott McFall. We lost RDJ. Which is unfortunate. Fraser was rooting for Scooby then on the last lap to get that 2nd place. See, not to be, but good stuff for Shadow in the championship there, and quite a good way for Boyraxer to hold on to his championship lead there in 2nd place. But that was round 7 of the V8 Supercars, and obviously this was a bit of a fill-in spot for me, commentating wise, so unfortunately I will not be around next week to commentate again for him. But it's a fabulous little experience with these V8 Supercars. Tricky little cars to drive, but definitely fun without a doubt. Obviously, first 7 laps you didn't get any commentary because silly old me forgot to turn on the audio sharing because I was driving Clios last night, which I don't share my audio. I just share the car engine sounds. But thank you all for joining us tonight from the V8 Supercars NXTGEN, and we hope to see you again very soon in the future. Goodbye.